What is up, everybody? So, I've got a nice little dual deck unboxing for you. This is my first unboxing I've done on my channel. I don't know if I'll do it in the future. But, part of me doing this channel is you getting to know me as a person, as a Magic person. I'm very much drawn to Magic and that the personalities that it brings to a different game. And so this past weekend, we have an annual Christmas dinner slash party that we have with about 14 of my friends, and it truly is the most favorite time of the year for me because we all dress up, we all go to a really nice restaurant, and then we come back to my house and we play. Everyone spends the night, we play games, and the next morning we cook like this last time we cooked breakfast. And one of the things that we always do is we do a Secret Santa among the group, where we just get each other a nice little gift, a personal gift, and my buddy Ben got me, and he got me this dual deck, and it's really cool just because I'm Go Gary, man. I love green black. That was the first color combination that I started playing when I started playing Magic, and so for him to just randomly get me a dual deck and actually get me a green black Nissa versus Nixilis deck's pretty cool. And actually, I have neither one of these neither one of these planeswalkers, and I was pretty excited when he got it to me. So yeah, I'm definitely a Go Gary fan. You can see. I just want to show this off to you. My wife made this for me. It's a nice little Go Gary cup. So he was definitely on point with getting the correct color scheme, and he did it all by himself too. So that was really cool. He had no outside help, and definitely excited. But yeah, I'm gonna go and open it up. I truly have no idea what's inside this the dual. I don't really keep up with the dual decks. One of the things that I do with Magic is I set like a certain Magic budget for myself once a month. And a lot of that goes into Magic Online just because, obviously I'm doing a channel. So if I'm going to be spending money on Magic, I like to spend money going towards the channel. Like, if I'm going to spend $10 at the card store, I'm like, well, can I just go towards a card that I could get for my channel or something like that? And so that's how I kind of do my Magic spending. So to get actual like fresh Magic product like that and all of this is pretty cool. This is actually my first. I've been playing Magic for probably how long? I think 5 years now, 5, 6 years. But yeah, this is the first dual deck I've ever bought. So pretty cool packaging. So we got some. What we got going on over here? Got the Nixilis box. Where's Nissa? Oh, there it is. So start with the Nissa box. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Nissa looks pretty. She looks pretty gnarly right there, man. If I was getting into Magic, I'd be like, I don't want to do her. Not do her, but I mean, I'd like to play her deck. Sorry, dang it. Sorry, guys, that sounds kind of bad. I didn't mean it like that. And then we've got Nixilis. That's pretty sweet. I love demons. Not in like a real life sense, but in a Magic sense, heck yeah, man. That's where demons are where it's at. But yeah, so he got me the green black. That was pretty cool. But yeah, we got the little boxes right here. Looks like we've got a little bit of like a rule setup thing. Yeah, I know what's going on right there. And then we've got this, looks to be, what do we got going on? And the camera's not set. Yeah, it's just got a little poster action. So let's jump into the deck list, actually. I think that's going to be the best part because I have no clue what's going on in there. Let's go and get these off right here. Got some little D20 action, little white Planeswalker die. I do find it odd that there's a red one in here. It's a little odd to me. I think, it'd been green and black. That'd have been perfect, but it's pretty cool. I'll take a Planeswalker die. It's always nice to have extra D20s. And if you are new to Magic, these are called a spin down. So the number is the 20, and then it goes 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. So basically it's a way for you to keep track of your life total. I suggest using pen and paper, but it's nice to have some D20s laying around. But let's start off with the Nissa Voice of Zendikar deck. So we've got Nissa. She put a 0/1 plant. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the camera doing this. So put a 0/1 plant creature token onto the battlefield. Put a +1 counter on. Sorry, my mouse is there. We go. Put a +1 counter on each creature you control. Then gain X life. Draw X cards, where X is the greatest. X is the number of lands you control. Pretty cool Planeswalker. Definitely enjoy it. I play with her in my what is it? I'm building a Sultai Sultai counters deck from the new Planeswalkers. So I've definitely got Nissa in there. She's pretty good in there. Enjoying it. I'm trying to get it out this Friday. So no promises, but yeah, I like to kick new decks around. So we've got some abundance action. So if you draw a card, you may instead choose land or non. If you would draw a card, you may instead choose land or non-land and reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a card of the chosen kind. Put that card into your hand and the rest other cards on the bottom of your library in any order. Yeah, pretty solid. Got some cloud thresher. I do apologize. I'm trying to make sure that I've got just enough in there and I've got the camera angle worked up for you. So that's flash, reach, whenever it enters the battlefield, deals 2 damage to each creature with flying and to each player. You can also, if you're evoke, is basically you cast it for 4, it gets its enter the battlefield trigger, and then it immediately dies. So, Oran Reef Hydra. So trample, landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield under control, put a +1 counter on Oran Reef. If that land is a forest, put 2. Yeah, pretty solid. And the cool thing about this deck is my wife does not. She doesn't play Magic, and it's not just because she doesn't want to. It's just we have separate hobbies. She enjoys running, and I'm physically fit. I just don't enjoy the act of running, and so getting a dual deck like this, I was really excited. We may be busting this out, so it'll be pretty fun. So we got Thicket Elemental. So kicker 2. Whenever it's a battlefield, if it's kicked, you may reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. If you do, put that card onto the battlefield, and all of the cards shuffled into your library. That's not too bad. A little cascade into some creature action. Mosswort Bridge, Hideaway. Oh, dude, I love these. Yeah, actually, I don't have this, so that's pretty sweet. So for Hideaway, enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards. Then for green mana, if you have power 10 or greater, you may cast the creature card out of there. Pretty cool. I like that. So we got some Leopard action, Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, gets +1. Got 2 of those, I think. Yeah, 2 of those. Elvish Visionary, pretty straightforward. Enter the battlefield, draw a card. Nice little elf sub-theme in here. Oran Reef Invoker, 8 mana, 8 colorless. It gets +5/+5 and gains trample. So if you need to, there we go. Get my thumb out of the view. So if you need to show somebody business that 8 colorless mana, give it +5. You can go for it. You got Thornwield Archer, Reach, Death Touch. Pretty straightforward. You got 2 of those. Nissa's Chosen. If it would die, put it on the bottom of its owner's library instead. We got the wood readers, the reader of wood. Yeah, I guess they are reading wood out there with their little druid outfit out there. So it does have kicker 3 whenever it's the battlefield. If it's kicked, draw 2 cards. A little 2 of those in there. It's not too bad. Civic Wayfinder enters the battlefield. Search your library for a basic. Reveal it. Put it in your hand. 2 of those. Fertilid enters the battlefield. 2/+1 counters. Then you can remove it and put a basically. Yeah, this is pretty good. Pretty good commander card right here, especially if you're doing a Counters Matter deck. Gilt Leaf Seer. Look at the top 2 cards of your library, then put them back in any order. A little scry action. I'm kind of liking the green deck. Seems like a fun deck to play with. Wood Elves. Oh, solid commander card. So with Wood Elves, enters the battlefield, search your library for a forest card. Now, if you're new to Magic, a forest card with the capitalized like that, you can grab a basic forest, but you can also grab a dual land. So let's say you're playing a green-white commander. You can grab a Savannah because technically it is listed as a plains and a forest. So with it being capitalized like that, you're not limited to a forest basic, but you can grab anything that has a forest subtype. So pretty good right there. Briarhorn. So whenever it enters the battlefield, target creature gets +3/+3. Now this has Evoke too, so it's almost like just a little bit of a combat trick in a way. So, but or if you need to flash it in and get something, 2 of those. Saddleback. We got a little. We got some lizard action. Enters the battlefield, support 2. Okay. Looks like a pretty sweet lizard, man. There's some Dungeons and Dragons stuff right there. Jotty Lifestrider, Elemental. So enters the battlefield and may tap any number of untapped creatures you control. You gain 2 life for each creature tapped this way. That's actually a 2/8 for 5 mana. Pretty solid. 2 of those. You got Woodborn Behemoth. As long as you control 8 or more lands, it gets +4/+4 and has trample. Yeah, that's pretty solid right there. And especially if you're playing Commander or you have any type of ramp deck, getting to 8 lands is really not that far fetched. So you got 2 of them in there. Oak Gnarl Warrior, Vigilance, Trample, 5/7 for 7. Pretty basic. Walker of the Grove enters the battlefield. Put a 4/4 green elemental creature token onto the battlefield, or you can evoke it for 5. Now it costs 5. It costs 8 to cast. You can evoke for 5. So 5 for a 4/4 green elemental. That's not too bad. And if you got the mana, you can cast it and get that one. Ooh, Crop Rotation. Actually, I do not own Crop Rotation, so this is a nice pickup. So as an additional cost to cast Crop Rotation, sacrifice a land, search your library for a land card, put it on the battlefield. So very versatile card. I have it in my Gitrog deck. That way you can search up Dark Depths or anything like that. But pretty good card. Solid magic card. Vines of the Recluse. Target creature gets +1/+2, and gains reach. Untap it. Little combat trick action. Two of those. Guy's Blessing. Target player shuffles up to 3 cards from his or her graveyard into his library. Draw a card. Put in your graveyard. Sorry about that. When Guy's Blessing is put into your graveyard from your library, shuffle your graveyard into your library. A little graveyard reset. Natural Connection. Search your library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle your library. Oh, that's pretty good. Instant speed on that one. Seek the Horizon. Search your library for up to 3 basic land cards. Reveal them. Put into your hand. Yeah, so you can see where if you're playing with the green deck, ramping into some of those bigger creatures, pretty easy if you got some of those ramp spells. Fertile Thicket. So enter the battlefield taps. Look at the top 5 cards. Reveal a basic. Put that card on top of your library, and the rest on the bottom. Got 2 of those. Ooh. This is a pretty good one. So enters the battlefield tapped, you get a 0/1 plant token. It's just value. It comes into play tapped, you get a 0/1 plant token. If you're playing a counters matter deck, you can put a bunch of counters on it. Ooh, nice. Treetop Village. OG Manland. Enters battlefield tapped, and then you can, for a colorless and a green, it becomes a 3/3 green ape creature with trample. I like the art though, man. Oh, you got a couple little gorillas over there. They're hanging out. And then I think... yeah, we got some forest. Yeah, definitely have to put some old school forest in here. I really dig the old school. Let's see how many forests are in here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 18 lands in there, 18 forests. Then we got some plant tokens, and then we got a nice little elemental token. I don't know if these are double-sided. No, these are single-sided. Yeah, so that's the green deck. Pretty straightforward. Green ramp. Get into a bunch of fun creatures. On to Nixilis. Heck yeah, man. So with Nixilis, so you draw a card. Make sure this is in focus. Draw a card, you lose a life. Love doing this. Favorite thing to do in Magic. -3, destroy target creature. And then for -8, target opponent gets an emblem. Whenever a player draws a card, you lose 2 life. Heck yeah. I'm going to get this open right here. But yeah, I'm excited, so I may have to bust this out and have my wife give it a shot. I built us some tribal decks to play sometime, and I played like a rat deck, and she played a goblin deck, and I had ravenous rats in there, and she had to discard a card, and she wasn't a huge fan of it. And it made me really, I'm used to like Thoughtseize, Inquisition of Kozilek, stuff like that, and so I get down to Ravenous Rat, and she has to discard a card, and she wasn't a huge fan of it. So I can see where as a new player to the game, discarding is not a really fun element to the game. So we'll have some fun with this. So we got Desecration Demon. Man, I love Desecration Demon. I got in during Return to Ravnica. And so it always has a special place in my heart. So basically, at the beginning of each combat, any opponent may sacrifice a creature. If you do, tap Desecration Demon, put a +1 counter on it. If you're unfamiliar, the demons in Magic, they have high power, high toughness, low cost, and they have some type of drawback or something to get them out there. Despoiler of Souls. Can't block. 2 black, exile 2 other creature cards from your graveyard, return to the battlefield. Okay, pretty solid. Make sure I'm set up. There we go. Indulgent Tormentor. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card unless target opponent sacrifice a creature or pays 3 life. Yeah, I'm thinking if I'm going to be playing this, I like demons, man. Demons versus elves. So I think I'd be playing the black deck if we're going to play it. So we've got 8 mana. Black deals 1 damage to each creature and each player. That's pretty solid. Priest of the Bloodright. What's up, Church of Athreos? Priest of the Bloodright. So whenever it enters the battlefield, put a 5/5 black demon creature token onto the battlefield. Yeah, this is my Church of Athreos deck. I love human cleric sacrifice decks, and so he comes into the battlefield. You get a 5/5 demon. You can sacrifice it. You can reanimate it to get the demon. And truthfully, the art, some of my favorite art. I don't want to get it out of whack right there, but like you've got the demon right there on the right. You've got the guy with the blood going in there. I mean, it's just like it reminds me of kind of like the old school kind of demonic looking kind of Magic cards. It's just when I saw it printed, I was like, heck yeah, man, that's a pretty sweet card. It's like Carrier Thrall. But yeah, Priest of the Bloodlight. Love that card. So whenever it dies, put it 1/1 colors. Eldrazi creature token on the battlefield, sacrifice it. Yeah, pretty solid. I don't know if there's a sacrifice element in here in the deck. Got Feated Imp. Gains death touch until end of turn. Pretty standard. Foul Imp. Enters the battlefield, you lose 2 life. So double black for 2/2 flying. Yeah, that's okay. If you came across this video to buy the deck, you could probably get that card swapped out. Blister Grub. Swamp Walk. Whenever it dies, each opponent loses 2 life. I wonder if there's a sack outlet in here. Hope there is. If not, you can get one added in there. Bloodthorn Vampire would be a really good sacrifice outlet. Swamp Walk. 2 of those in there. Giant Scorpion. Death Touch 1/3. Doesn't look so giant as a 1/3, but hey, if you got Death Touch. So whenever it enters in the battle, Cadaver Imp. So whenever it enters the battlefield, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Pretty straightforward. I like the art on this, man. The little imp looks pretty mischievous over there. We got, excuse me 1 second. There we go. So we got the Scorpion over here. So when it enters the battlefield, you may destroy target creature with power 1 or less. We're playing against elves, so you can start blasting those elves over there. Scorpion. It's one of those, like, I don't know, like, I forgot that there's a Scorpion subtype. I would have thought it would have been insect, but yeah, you've got a Scorpion subtype in there. So we have leeches over here. Power and toughness are equal to the number of swamps you control. Squelching leeches. This card has always freaked me out, just because you know, it's squelching leeches, and it looks like a human. Well, it's crawling around a human, but like, imagine being in a swamp and like hearing the like, oh man, as it engulfs your body. Ugh. Pretty spooky. So we have Renegade Demon, very basic, just 5/3 flyer for 5. Disfigure, pretty solid piece of removal right there, especially if you got a bunch of little elves that are power 2 or less. Innocent Blood, each player sacrifices a creature. I would love to see some type of effect like this go into Modern. I think this would, I'd like to test it out. I think this could be Modern playable. You know, Black needs a little bit of help at removal. But yeah, cool card art too, man. I love the old school zombie look on this one. Myers Troll. So target player reveals a number of cards from his or her hand equal to the number of swamps you control. You choose one of them. That player discards that card. Yeah, you know, entry level discard spell, not too bad. You know, especially it gets a little bit better as the game goes on, but it depends on what your opponent's going on, but not too bad. You can definitely upgrade that if you needed to. Quest for the Gravelord. So whenever a creature dies, you may put a quest counter on Quest for the Gravelord. Remove 3 quest counters from it and sacrifice it. Put a 5/5 zombie giant creature token onto the battlefield. So get that sacrifice outlet up and running. Get that going. Get a 5/5 plus. Get a 5/5 zombie giant token. Look at that card art, man. You got the little person summoning the card art. Yeah, got 2 of those in there. Altar's Reap. Oh man, look at that art. I have Altar's Reap as additional cost to cast. Sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards. This is some sweet card art right here. Yeah, the old one, I think it's in Innistrad, I think. The card art's a little, it's okay. I think it's, I can't remember what it looks like, but it's, you know, nothing to write home about. But, yeah, I love the art with the Nixilis in there. There's 2 things that I love doing in Magic. It's paying life drawing cards and then building an aristocrat style deck. So Altar's Reap's always this type of card where sacrifice creature, draw 2 cards. It's, special place in my book. Ooh, that Doomblade, man. Destroy target non-black creature. So, funny story about Doomblade. I got into Magic Online, and I didn't know Standard rotated, and so I would just play like Standard, basically budget Standard decks that I would build out of your basic cards that you would get with your Magic Online account. And I guess Doomblade had rotated out, so I went to go play my green, obviously sticking with the colors. I was playing my green-black, just, basically I would draft and just throw every rare in there. It had no synergy at all other than just all my green-black rares go in here. And so I had Doomblade in there, and it was my favorite piece of removal, and Doomblade rotated out. And I was a sad camper that day, man. I didn't know what to do in my Magic life without Doomblade, so to see this nice little, this really good looking Doomblade art, yeah, that's pretty solid right there. I appreciate some Doomblade. Grim Discovery. Choose one or both. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Return target land. Yeah, it's not too bad, especially if you got a little sacrifice theme going in here. Return those creatures back. Shadows of the Past. So whenever a creature dies, scry 1, and then for 5, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Activate this ability only if there are 4 or more creature cards in your graveyard. Ooh, Smallpox. This is, let's see if I can get that to kind of focus in right there for you. Each player loses 1 life, discards a card, sacrifices a creature, then sacrifices a land. Yeah, Smallpox is a nasty Magic card, man. That's they played it in 8 rack and Modern. It's Yeah, it's not a fun card to play against. We got Unhallowed Pact. So enchant creature. Whenever enchanted creature dies, return that card from your. Whenever enchanted creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under your control. Hideous End. So destroy target non-black creature. Each creature loses 2 life. Ambition's Cost. Draw 3 cards. You lose 3 life. Heck yeah. I like the card art on there. I'm not sure. I guess it's being held down by vines. There we go. Got it in focus for you. It's like reaching for something. I don't know. Pretty cool right there. Tendrils of Corruption. So it deals X damage to target creature, and you gain X life, where X is the number of swamps you control. So with this one right here, you can actually blast your own creatures and gain that life, and then take advantage of some of the sacrifice elements we've got in here. Got Demon's Grasp. Target creature gets -5/-5 until end of turn for 5. Probably upgrade that if you wanted to. Leech Ridden Swamp. Enters the battlefield tapped. Each opponent loses 1 life. Activate this ability only if you control 2 or more black permanents. So, if you're getting into Magic, this is a unique ability. It kind of teaches you how to do stuff on your opponent's turn. And, like making your opponent lose 1 life, that adds up over the turn. So, pretty good card right there. Got 2 of them in there. We got some swamps. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got 22 swamps in there. Not too bad. And then, let's see, we've got some Scion tokens over. Eldrazi Scion, 5/5 Demon for that Priest of the Blood Rite. Ooh, heck yeah, Zombie Giant. And then we got the Nixilis emblem right there. But yeah, that's it for the duel deck. Yeah, I just wanted to do an unboxing for it. I've never done an unboxing on my channel, and definitely something I enjoyed doing. Let's see if I can find Nissa. Where's Nissa? Come on, Nissa. We gotta close this video out. There we go. Alright guys, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks guys.